Today we're going to learn about setting curfews and boundaries with spirit people, so kids, get out your notebooks. So spirit people are literally everywhere. Everywhere we walk, talk, live, they are everywhere. And if you think about it, it's pretty impossible for them to not be everywhere because there are billions of people who have lived and passed away on the history of this earth. So they're everywhere. And we have to remember that spirit people are just people. They are regular people without bodies. And there are different kinds of personalities of spirit people, just like normal people. There's nice spirits, there's mischievous spirits, there's annoying and clingy spirits, there's lonely spirits, and sometimes there's not very nice spirits, just like not very nice people that are out there. I do want to say that demons do exist. They're very, very rare. But I do believe that a really strong curfew can keep them out. Almost easier than spirit people. If you're someone like me who constantly sees spirit people everywhere, all the time, it's really important to set rules and boundaries. Or even if you just see them every great once in a while, even if you never see them and you want to keep it that way, I think boundaries and rules can benefit everybody. So there are a couple things that I find that are really important. So first, you need to figure out and set your rules and boundaries for spirit people and for dark entities. I do want to say that especially dark entities are bound to follow your rules. I believe that basically the only way that dark things can come into your home is because you have invited it, whether it was consciously or subconsciously. But spirit people, they're like normal people. I used to run a Subway shop back in the day. I would have customers, for the most part, they would, when I closed the store, they would follow the rules and they would just drive away. Like they would walk up to the door, see that we were closed, and then walk off. But there were some people every once in a while, those rude ones who will bang on the door even though the door is closed. They can't come in, but they want to. And I think that's just like normal people. There's nice ones and rude ones. And most of the time, spirit people are respectful of your rules. But every once in a while there won't be, but that doesn't mean that you can't keep them out anyway. So you need to set a firm intent in your mind of what your rules are. For you, it could be, I never want to see anything ever, 24/7, block them all out, goodbye. For me, it's, they're not allowed in my bedroom. They're not allowed to bother me when it's dark outside, and they're not allowed to bother me when I'm at work. Especially that work one. I had some incidents where they would try to get my attention while I was working on some massage clients, and that is super not okay. That's super rude. And so that taught me that I need to tell them that they can't bother me while I'm working. But especially, they're never ever allowed in my bedroom. I have had some entities, some darker entities, and I feel like I'm more susceptible to these things. My poor husband who has to live with that. But because I am working with the spirit realm on the daily, it's like I've said before, it's almost like a part-time job. I'm just more open to all kinds of things, and a really strong boundary is really important, and it can really save you. I've had dark entities standing out my doorway of my bedroom, but they were not able to get in, and it's a lifesaver. Everybody needs to set boundaries for sure. The second thing that I think is really important to do is to shield your home and your work if you need to. I pray and meditate every morning and every night before I go to bed. Every morning I pray for a strong shield to protect me throughout the day. And I also ask for inspiration to know how to help the people that come to me. Not just spirit people, but normal people too. But for the most part, spirit people. And at night, I pray and meditate every night before bedtime. And I ask again for that really strong shield of light to encircle my home. And I envision it going above my house as well as below the ground. Just that full circle of really strong and firm protection. I see it as like a bright protective bubble, just, you know, all nice and cozy and happy. And I also put an extra strong one again around my bedroom. My bedroom is my safe place. My bedroom is where no one can bother me. It's a place of peace where I can rest and not have to deal with people, whether they're regular people or spiritual people. And what's interesting is every great once in a while, I am so tired that I forget, or I just intentionally don't pray before I go to sleep. And almost every time I have a nightmare, and it's usually a nightmare about creepy ghosts coming after me. And I do believe that it's because I didn't set my rules and boundaries before bedtime again. And most people don't need to do it this often. They probably don't have to do it twice a day. It doesn't hurt to do it as often as you want to. But again, I feel like I personally need to because I'm just so involved. The more that you read up and communicate with the other side, the more open you are to all kinds of things. If you ever see a spirit person and you're afraid, just remember they are normal people. They are seriously just like anybody else that you talk to on a daily basis. They just don't have physical bodies, and you always have the authority to tell them to leave, and they will listen and they will leave, and they will also follow the boundaries that you set around your home, your bedroom, your work, your car, wherever you feel like you need it. But of course, just like regular people, you don't want strangers just wandering into your house whenever, you know, the door's open. So set your physical locks. Lock your door before bedtime. Lock your spiritual door before bedtime. Lock everything up so that you can have a good restful night's sleep, because that's definitely what I need to do. And remember that light always trumps darkness. Darkness will always be overcome by light, so don't be afraid. But that's all I have for now. Have a great week. That's it. Bye. I kind of feel like I look like a Lion King right now. Like Simba, if Simba was a human being. And I will have customers